You're probably looking at the title thinking this guy is speaking utter BS, but trust me, it is true. I found that the fitness industry focuses on technical things like grip placement, where your foot should be exactly how you should sit on the bench and stuff like that. And I'm not saying that that stuff isn't important, but they always, 99% of them, miss out on the most important part about building muscle: your mindset. Your mind is just as, if not more important than your body movements in building muscle. And we all know how effective our mind is. Let me give you this example. Let's say when you start gymming, right? Like beginning of the session, you tell yourself that I'm feeling tired. If you tell yourself that you're feeling tired at the beginning of the session, you're going to feel tired during the session and your body will react in a tired way. The weight will feel heavy, you won't be able to do as many reps as you want to. But if you tell yourself that, do you know what, today I'm feeling good, let me hit a PR. I promise you, that's the fact that you're telling yourself that you feel good. You're convincing yourself that you have energy, and because you believe you have energy, you will have that energy. And most days when you tell yourself, I'm feeling good, I'm going to hit a PR, you actually do end up hitting that PR. So it's clear that whatever you believe will happen. And you know that funny saying, if you believe it, you can achieve it. That is honestly true. If you believe it, you can achieve it in the gym, but it has to be with reason. To get stronger, just using your mind. First, you have to believe that you can lift that weight. And I'm just going to give a disclaimer. If you're going to put 300 kgs there, this is not going to work. It has to be something realistic. Like where you're just slightly pushing your limits. So let's say you always do 32 kgs for dumbbell or flat bench press. Now you get 34 and you say, you know what, I want to do the same reps. So as I was saying, to get stronger with this weight, first you have to believe that you can lift the weight. In your mind, failure should not be a possibility. Because once failure is a possibility in your mind, you behave as if there's something for you to lose. And the key to doing all of this is visualization. Essentially what visualization is when you like go through the mental imagery of what you want to do or like some certain event. And the reason why visualization is so effective is because your brain, your nervous system, doesn't know the difference between real or fake. And the best way I can illustrate this for everyone to understand is if you think about an attractive goal, what's going to happen? Your body will react as if that attractive goal is right in front of you, even though you're just thinking about it. You know, it's been scientifically proven that visualization, like mental practice, mental imagery, is just as effective as physical practice. So there was this experiment done with free throws where there were like 3 groups. One was the control, so you don't really care about the control. So there was one group where all they did was actually physically practice free throws. So they'll go up there, they'll do, I don't know, like 100 free throws every day, practicing the 100 free throws. And then there was another group. That other group, they did no physical practice. All they did was mental imagery. They saw themselves shooting the free throw with the perfect form and it going inside. So with these 2 groups, they did 2 tests. The first test was before the practice and after the practice. And guess what? The group that did mental imagery had equal results to the group that practiced. So this shows that mental imagery, mental practice is just as effective as physical practice. So now we need to implement this into bodybuilding and like our muscle movements. Because right now you have that limiting belief, like how can I think myself to have more strength? How can I visualize and suddenly have more strength? But I promise you, you can visualize and you'll suddenly have more flexibility. You can visualize and you'll have more strength. You will unlock the strength that's just lying within. And I have an exercise for you. If you don't believe that visualizations can control your body, just like point your hand out like this, like just go like this, and then like swivel, like with your right hand out, swivel as far as you can to the left, and like just make a mark of where your hand goes up to. And then now I want you to visualize yourself doing that same movement but going further, and that movement is effortless. Do that for 30 seconds. Pause the video and do it for 30 seconds now. And then now unpause and now swivel. You will find that you actually went further and you probably went to the point where you imagined yourself to go. The way that visualization is so effective is that when you visualize yourself to be successful, we all know that your body reacts to how you feel. So when you visualize yourself to be successful, you act as if you're already successful. You act as if you've already like achieved the set, you've achieved whatever you're visualizing. So it means that you're acting with confidence and indifference. And when you're acting with confidence and indifference, you obviously get better results because you're more relaxed. You're more in the present moment. So about 3 to 4 weeks ago, I started visualizing before every single set. Every single set that I've done in the gym for the past 3 to 4 weeks, I've visualized before it. 3 to 4 weeks, I've gone up in weight in every single exercise. Every single exercise. And you could say that's just progressive overload, but compared to my friends, I've like rapidly increased. When it comes to visualizing in the gym, you have to find what your end goal is. So if you're trying to like improve your form, right? The best visualization for success would be like visualizing yourself doing that bench press, perfect form, elbows in a 45-degree angle position, like everything intact. But if you are visualizing to be able to do 8 reps of a certain weight, to be able to do a PR, then what you need to do is to visualize yourself. You don't visualize yourself doing the rep. What you visualize is yourself re-racking the weight or dropping the dumbbells after you've done the weight. Because you dropping the dumbbells and like smiling and saying, let's go, it signifies success. So that will be the event that signifies to yourself that you succeeded in doing like the 8 reps or in doing the PR attempts. And you may be saying, I always go to failure with my sets, You have to understand that 95% of the time, even when you believe that you've gone to failure, you have not gone to failure. Because there's always something left in the tank. You have to realize that our bodies are made, like, we've survived for so long. So our bodies have built-in things that protect us. So once we get to a certain pain threshold, we'll think that, we're at failure. But no, you have 2-3 reps in the tank. One of my friends, his name's Tanaka, he has acknowledged this. Because whenever he's doing a set in the gym, it will get to a point where you think he's at failure. And then he's just like, and then he pushes like 4 more reps, and I'm like, how do you even do this? And the most noticeable place where visualization has helped me is I've had the long-term goal to bench 100 kgs, and I've been failing. I had 10 attempts. But towards the end, towards when I started getting strength, I was visualizing before every set. And the difference between my successful set and the ones before was that on my successful set, failure wasn't an option. I had visualized so many times that I didn't believe that I would fail. Failure wasn't even a possibility. And I'll put up a screenshot of this Notion template that I have. In this Notion template, I write up short-term visualizations, and one of my short-term visualizations was to bench 100 kgs. And I'm going to put it on the screen right here. And I promise you that this happened word for word. This visualization happened word for word. Visualizations, they're so key because our brains are goal-striving mechanisms. So when you visualize something, it's like you're setting a goal for your brain. And then once you set that goal, now your brain, since it's a goal-striving mechanism, is going to like do everything that it can to achieve that thing. And I promise you, in the screenshot that I showed you, I wasn't consciously trying to like smile the whole session. I wasn't consciously trying to be like doing all those things, but it just happened because I visualized it so many times. And I know this sounds wishy-washy, but it has been scientifically proven that visualization, like visualizing yourself lifting that weight, if you can see it, you can achieve it. Or if you believe it, you can achieve it. It's been scientifically proven that stuff is right. And no, I am not going to cite the studies. Because look, you can either take my word for it. This video is going to be 8 minutes. Or you can go and read Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Morse. Because this is where all the information is coming from. So I want you to try this next week. You literally have nothing to lose. If it works, you increase your strength, you make more gains. If it doesn't work, then you stay at your current rate of progression. So literally, you have nothing to lose from this experiment. So I just want you to try it.